Hello, I'm Savannah.
I'm Carolina.
Yo soy Carlos.
And today we're going to make polymer bouncing balls. Are you ever bored at home and you're just on your phone, but you get bored doing that as well? Well, you can literally entertain yourself with just simple things in your kitchen and also using your detergent.
Okay, so first I'm gonna start off with the materials. The first thing is borax, cornstarch, different types of glue, warm water, food coloring, measuring spoons, a stick to stir, 2 small plastic cups, a marking pen, a ruler, and a Ziploc baggie.
The science behind this experiment is the bouncing ball in this activity is made from a polymer. Polymers are molecules made of repeating chemical units. Glue contains polymer acetate, which cross-links itself when reacted with borax. The cross-linking provides bouncy ball with its bouncing property. Listen to these instructions carefully. They're easy to make and really fun to do. Enjoy the video. Okay. The first step of this procedure is label 1 cup borax solution and the other cup ball mixture. Pour 2 tablespoons of warm water and 1.5 teaspoons of borax powder. So I'm just going to pour 2 teaspoons of water. Can't really see it because it's a green cup, but yeah. Oh, and now I'm going to put half teaspoon of borax into the solution. And now I'm going to add blue food coloring in order to create the color of the ball. You can only add like 3 to 5 drops in order for it to be the color, because enough is enough. So now I have just inserted 3 drops. And now my helper Carlos right here is going to mix the borax and the food coloring with a warm water.
I'm going to mix this. Make sure when you're mixing, you wait into the borax dissolve, or else it wouldn't really work. It might take like 3 minutes or so, or more. Keep on doing it and you're done.
On this next procedure, we are going to put 1 tablespoon of glue into the ball mixture to create the solution of the ball. Normally you don't have to add a lot as much as I did, but I mean, the funner the glue, the more the glue, the funner the process. So now I'm just going to put that in there. Shake it off. Okay, now once you get all the glue off the spoon, you're just going to set it down. And the next thing I'm going to add into my cup of ball mixture, I will add half teaspoon of cornstarch. Because the cornstarch is very, very thick and solid, you have to be careful on how much you add. Not too much, not too little.
It's so fun when you're actually doing it. Just saying. Mixing. Yeah. Really, really fun.
Now I have all the cornstarch off the spoon, and I'm just going to put it back in the cup so that way it won't make a mess. Make it very good. And I'm just going to let the cornstarch and the glue sit for a little bit and wait until the borax dissolves inside the food coloring and the warm water. Now that the glue and the cornstarch mix between 10 to 15 seconds, I will now insert 2 tablespoons of the borax solution.
Make sure it's dissolved.
And so I'm just going to put 2 teaspoons. There's still much juice left. Okay. Now I'm going to get my mixing stick, aka the knife, and I'm just going to mix until it begins to get sticky. The ball will start to get sticky and messy. As you see, it looks like glue. But you keep on mixing it until it starts to get into a solid, I guess you could say. And by the way, this is also a synthesis reaction because you mix one chemical and another and it makes it into one.
Make sure you mix it correctly because, like as you see, Savannah's cup has kind of a weird bottom, and you need to make sure you get all of the edges, like every little thing there. If you have a regular cup, of course it'll be much easier, but just make sure you mix everything so it can mix better and you can get a better outcome of the ball.
Okay. Now that I have everything practically all together, I will start to take the chemical, have it out. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. It's okay. I can just pick it up again. Oh. Scrape it off here. And all you have to do is just squish it.
It's okay if it's a little bit wet. It's supposed to be like that.
Yeah. And if it still feels a little bit more gooey, you could still add a bit of cornstarch into it just to create the solid of the ball. So it's okay if you get messy. That's the whole point of this experiment. And then you start to mix it. Getting messy.
Sorry, my cameraman is being a little funny. Having some technical difficulties with this ball. Okay, now it's starting to work. Now I have to do is just roll it.
Once the ball is less sticky, go ahead and bounce it. No, first
Now
bounce
for
it.
the test.
And you can store it in your plastic bag in a Ziploc bag because when you are finished playing with it, that way it can remain the bounciness of the ball. And it will end up like this. And that's how you make a polymer bouncing ball. Experiment, we are going to try to turn slime into a solid bouncing ball.
Our first material is cornstarch,
Borax,
Bottle back, tonic water.
and glitter glue. The reason
Yeah.
why we're using borax and glitter glue is to maintain the solidness of the slime when you're combining the cornstarch and the tonic water. So we'll see how that turns out.
First, I'm going to add two spoons of cornstarch. Yeah, I don't know. 2 tablespoons.
Next, we add a bit of tonic water.
I think, yeah. 2, right? 2 tablespoons of tonic water.
So we add 2 tablespoons of
Not too
tonic
much.
water.
Yeah, just a little.
Not too much, but not too little either.
Yeah.
And you mix.
Okay, well. Damn. That was fast.
So as you can see, she's already getting the slime ready. The slime actually turns into a solid when you're moving it, but once it stops moving or once you stop interacting with it, it starts melting into the palm of your hands.
like this.
Now what I'm going to try to do is add a little bit more tonic water because it's turning into a...
Okay. Just a little though.
Yeah.
Okay. That water, wait, what is it called?
Tonic water.
The tonic water glows in the dark if you have a black light. So
You shine it with the black light, and it starts to appear to glow. Don't just put it in dark because or else it won't glow.
yeah, you need a black light.
And so, since we use the tonic water in the process, after you're done making the ball, you should shine it with a black light, and it should be able to glow. So now you have a glowing bouncy ball.
So now, Savannah's adding some borax into the slime.
And glitter glue. I should add a teaspoon of that. Can I have a teaspoon? Never mind. I have this one. So.
Summer, can I talk to you for a second? Can I talk to you for a second?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna continue mixing that.
We had kind of have a technical difficulty.
Here. Did it work?
No, it did not work.
It did not work.
So
We were wrong. And
It looks like cottage cheese.
gross.
Pink cottage cheese.
I just saw you. I just saw your face right to me.